Hey up Internet, and welcome back to Sofa Reacts. Last week I reacted to The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot, and since then a lot of people have requested that I react to Canadian Railroad Trilogy by Gordon Lightfoot. So here it is. Here's my reaction to Canadian Railroad Trilogy. But before I get into it, if you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. Okay, let's do this.
There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run, when the wild majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green dark forest was too silent to be real.
Yeah, and straight away Gordon Lightfoot draws you in to this beautiful picture of what Canada must have been like before man came along and started building the railway. There was forests and plains and mountains as far as the eye could see, and it was nature was and no doubt still is incredibly beautiful throughout the land of Canada. But as I'm sure we'll see, that was bound to change with the building of the railway network throughout Canada. But let's get back into it.
But time has no beginnings and the history has no bounds. As to this verdant country they came from all around. They sailed upon her waterways and they walked the forest tall, built the mines, the mills and the factories for the good of us all. And when the young man's fancy had turned into the spring, the railroad men grew restless for to hear the hammers ring. And their minds were overflowing with the visions of their day, with many a fortune won and lost and many a debt to pay. For they looked in the future and what did they see? They saw an iron road,
I like that.
running from the sea to the sea, bringing the goods to a young growing land, all up from the seaboards and into their hands.
Yeah, I really like the key change that happened there. Yeah, that was really good. I love the melody to this song, and it's just a great, and again, Gordon Lightfoot's voice is just, superb. It's brilliant, and the lyrics are really thoughtful and meaningful, and that you learn something from listening to this song. It's the sort of song that you can listen to again and again, and learn something new each time. It's it's brilliant.
Look away, said they, across this mighty land, from the eastern shore to the western strand. Bring in the workers and bring up the rails. We gotta lay down the tracks and tear up the trails. Open their heart, let the lifeblood flow. Gotta get on our way, 'cause we're moving too slow. Bring in the workers and bring up the rails. We gotta lay down the tracks and tear up the trails. Open their heart, let the lifeblood flow. Gotta get on our way, 'cause we're moving too slow. Get on our way, 'cause we're moving too slow.
Yeah, and I love the images that we're seeing in this video as well. You know, the images coupled with the lyrics and the story about how the railway was built. It really whets my appetite to visit Canada and go on a trip from across the land, from one side of of Canada to the other, and travel by train all the way and explore the land of Canada and explore everything that Canada has to offer. I'd love to do that someday. That's definitely on my bucket list, I think. Brilliant.
Behind the blue Rockies, the sun is declining. The stars, they come stealing at the close of the day. Across the wide prairie, our loved ones lie sleeping. Beyond the dark oceans, in a place far away. We are the navvies who work upon the railway, swinging our hammers in the bright blazing sun, living on stew and drinking bad whiskey, mending our backs till the long days are done. We are the navvies who work upon the railway, swinging our hammers in the bright blazing sun, laying down track and building the bridges, bending our backs till the railroad is done.
Yeah, that part of the song almost sounds like a lullaby. Yes, it sounds like a song that you could easily sing to your baby, to lull your baby to sleep. It's really nice and soothing. I could even be lulled to sleep with this song. It's the kind of song that if I was having trouble sleeping, I would put on on a low volume, and it would help me to overcome insomnia, and because it's so soothing and relaxing and melodic. It's beautiful, and the story that's being told of the navvies building the railway, it's a beautiful story, and it reminds me of learning about the navvies here in the UK. When I was at school, during the Industrial Revolution, the engineering and the engineering that went into the railways and the bridges is just amazing. The fact that they're still there to this day, and the bridges are still standing to this day. It's an amazing feat of engineering. It's brilliant, fantastic.
So over the mountains and over the plains, into the Muskeg and into the rain, up the St. Lawrence all the way to Gaspé, swinging our hammers and drawing up bay, driving them in and tying them down, away to the bunkhouse and into the town. $1 a day and a place for my head, a drink to the living, a toast to the dead. Oh, the song of the future has been sung. Oh, the battles have been won. On the mountain tops we stand. Oh, the world at our command. We have with our teardrops and our toil. For there was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run, when the wild majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green dark forest was too silent to be real, when the green dark forest was too silent to be real, and many are the dead men. Too silent to be real.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you think. Many are the dead men too silent to be real. Yeah, I mean, because this is way before minimum wage, way before health and safety regulations. And it beggars belief how hard the navvies had it. I can't even begin to imagine how much hard work was put into building the railways across Canada. And a lot of people must have died. They literally shed blood, sweat and tears laying down the railway tracks, across Canada. Yeah, it's very poignant at the end. It's a serious message, and which is why I think it's important to keep songs like this alive. Because songs are a powerful way of relating history, of relating powerful truths, powerful stories, powerful messages. It's important that we preserve these songs, keep them alive. That said, if you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another video. Okay, bye for now.